What is up, guys? It's your boy Aron, and you're watching the Aron Show live stream number 3. Guys, I'm telling you, this has been an annoying test run. But anyways, guys, today on the live stream, I'm going to be talking about today's, not today's game, but yesterday's game. As I'm eating my noodles, and I tried filming it downstairs with my phone, but it didn't work. So if you're just listening, just listen and continue on with your lives. If you're listening on Spotify, I hope you have a great walk, flight, drive, going to grandma's, going to mommy and daddy's house for Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving. That's what I want you to have. And can we get on with the show so I don't have to do this whole thing again? Fuck my life. With all due respect, never ever say that again. But that wasn't nice of myself. So I gotta give myself a pat on the back for actually doing a number 3. You know what? Let's get this show on the road. Game yesterday, amazing. You know, a nice applause with Mello, my boy. We share the same birthday. Shoutouts to him. He was, born before me. I was born in the late 90s. So, yeah. But it's May 29th, so that is at least. No, but yesterday we it's just so good. Yesterday, we did an amazing job going up against the Lakers. I really do feel bad for LeBron James after that. The ejection that he had, and now he's suspended for a couple of games. Of course, if you aren't aware, and if you weren't born at the time, where Ben Wallace and Ron Artest were, fighting and all that stuff, we'll never forget the Palace. Well, yeah, we don't want that to happen in the NBA again. Yeah, by the way, if you just see me kneeling down and you see like how I'm hunching my back, it's because I have a mini table. Literally, like, I don't know. You know what? I'm too tired to just move around the camera, and then I have to do the camera. No. But if you see here, I have the stool, and right on top of the stool is these little guys. And let me tell you this. All day, I've been doing this, trying to pull it out, trying to put it with the whole, I'm telling you guys. I haven't done this in a really, really long time. And I'm PO'd. But, we did a good job yesterday. Shout out to Julius, who played really, really good. Melo as well, Even though he's with the Lakers, almost on Knicks. Thank God I caught myself. But also shout out to Melo. He's playing like he was in the Olympics back in 2016, 2012. Shoutouts. AD, he put up what a game. Even Evan Fournier, he was, we don't find Fournier very helpful sometimes, but you gotta give credits to him. And, yeah. I want to show you guys the highlights because I did it at the first one. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it now. Too tired. I'm too lazy. You know. And also, I think the first one was like, what? You know, I had my friend on. Shout out to Daniel. He's probably not listening. You know, you gotta hustle. You gotta work. You gotta make those business. You gotta make business running. So shout out to Daniel, my boy. The reason why I haven't gone on the show lately is because I've been out doing a lot of things and been to a lot of programs. I've been at this program. It's called Friendship Circle. It's an international program, but since I live, you know, in Long Island, so there's one right near me. So it's like, you know, I go every now and then to that program, and my friend Daniel, you know, he's also a volunteer there. You know, he volunteers and he helps all of those guys, and including myself, you know, just to hang out and have a good time. I think it's nice, you know, and especially for people who have different spectrums. I think it's nice to, you know, just to hang out, you know, have a good time. You know, what they basically do there is they come out with activities for socializing, you know, like sports circle and cooking circle. So there's a lot of circles in the circle. Imagine if there was a Knicks circle. I would go to that every single time. But I don't think that would exist. But, you know, also shout outs to them. You know, and shout out to my boy Daniel. Shout out to my other boys who you've probably seen on the show, Josh and David. They came here a couple of times. If you remember that one episode where Josh was telling David to lock my door when he was here versing, I think when Russell Westbrook was with the OKC. So never forget that. I'm not going to put it in the comments down below. I'll probably be very, very, very lazy. But you know what I mean. So, you know, but yeah. Shout outs to them. Like I said before, shout outs to Friendship Circle. And any friendship circle in the international, you know, whether it's in Florida, New York, California, anywhere, even Canada or Mexico. Well, no, maybe Mexico. I think Mexico. I don't know. That rhymes. No, but really, shout out to Friendship Circle. You know. I mean, listen. I don't really go to these programs a lot, but since COVID started and everything is like slowly coming back, I decided to go back. So, you know, but shout out to those guys. You know, I'm only gonna say names. I'm not gonna say their last names because I want to be very, very, you know, cautious on their last names. But shout out to those guys. Shout out to the whole, you know, background staff, whatever you call those guys. Sarah. You've got a lot of her crew. So shout out to those guys. So you know, yeah. But yeah, I've been hanging out a lot with those guys. So, you know, yeah, and it's been cool, you know. But yeah, that's why I haven't been on the show lately. But if you want to see a lot of the things that I usually do there, let me know. Comment down below if you really want to see it. I don't mind, you know. I really don't mind. It's really interesting, but the only one thing that I can't do that I usually do when I'm here is cuss. So that's the downfall. You know, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "Oh, Yaron, you suck." No, I don't suck. I mean, if you tell me I do suck, maybe I do suck. I don't know. But listen, who I am over there is not like who I am over here, because over there I gotta keep it rated G. PG. you know. And yesterday they made like a group thing, so I was like, oh, now great, you know. I don't really like, groups. I'm not a group person, but it's what's best for the organization to keep up what's the next event. So give credits to them. They're awesome. Um, but yeah, I'm much of a person who likes to tell his truth. So if it's about friendship circle and those who have special needs and uh, spectrums, I just listen. I'm also interested in myself, so it's kind of like, okay, this is what I usually do, and all that stuff. So if you're ever if you're ever interested in that, let me know. Let me know. I mean, it's awesome. Um, you'll be seeing a lot of my buds over there, and the staff members and all that stuff. So just comment down below, but just be aware that it's gonna be rated G. So just hold off with those cuss words and all that stuff. And yeah, yeah, because I do a lot of cursing. But here's the thing. I mentioned this to every single one of my shows. I mean it with all due respect. And I used to say it when I was doing the Your Own Show, Nothing But the Truth, and all that stuff. But, I decided to cancel it because, it wasn't for me. The Your Own Show, Nothing But the Truth wasn't for me. And I found doing the my podcasts really interesting. So, for an example, Who Am I? That's another big announcement. It is a podcast on what my life is about. I'm also writing an autobiography about myself, so that's going to be exciting to release and publish. Hopefully, I could get it into a book. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll see what I could do, and yeah. But back to where I was about the Knicks and the Lakers last night. It was just amazing. I think overall, it was really, really tight. There was a couple of moments where I was like, oh shit. I mean, now we're going to see Russell Westbrook fight with, one of us right now. And I'm like, no. No, but he was also good. Russell Westbrook was amazing. Yeah. Um, I mean, yesterday was really good. As I'm looking at the pictures on IG, so you know. Um, yeah. Also, shout out to Knicks Nation. For those who I met before, like, um, um, you know, like, um, yeah, so yeah, that's what I said. Okay, so shout out to Knicks Nation, like Knicks Fan TV, Nick of Time Show, um, CK2K, Terry and Trier, all of these guys, and Casey Powell, who is part of Knicks Fan TV. He's the host. He's the franchise. Jay Ellis, Ashley Nicole Moss. She is part of Sports Illustrator, and post game show with CK and um, Casey Powell. Also, sometimes like Jonathan Mercury and all these guys, like they come around. Even JD Sports. He comes on the show. So shout out to those guys. It's just I find Knicks Nation very, 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 just help, like they bring this, like we bring this like environment to like family. We're like family, Knicks Nation is like family. You know, you come, you have a good time, and, you know, even Knicks OmniFan, I forgot to mention, the Knicks OmniFan, you know, the sisters, the OmniFan sisters, shout out to them. I've never met them before, but I hope to meet them one day. Papa Left, all of these guys, you know, Papa Left actually writes some good music, so make sure to check that out. If you have Spotify, check that out. He writes so many good songs. He wrote he wrote Knicks Set from last year. He wrote Fuck Trey Young. And he made a little bit of covers. So shout out to him. I look up to him because of what he brings to music and all that stuff. Also, I gotta say, ever since Chuck D put my boy CP on the map, you know, Knicks Fan TV has grown. So shout out to Chuck D, you know. And I gotta say also, if it wasn't for, you know, me finding CP and Knicks Fan TV, I wouldn't be doing this show. Like, just imagine, what would happen if the Your Own Show wasn't in existence? What would I do? What, you know, like, at first I started my show on a website called Spreaker, which you could still check out the Your Own Show and Who Am I? So, I still have that. But I started off my show on Spreaker, and then I canceled, and then I was like, you know, maybe I should take it up a notch. And I'm just like looking at all these YouTubers and all that stuff, and then I'm like, wow, maybe there's a good opportunity for me to get, you know, into what I'm interested in, you know, and it's really interesting. So, you know, but yeah, shout out to Knicks Nation. Shout out to all of the Knicks channels that I watch, you know, even the ones that I'm watching right now and listening. I think there's some podcasts that I listen to in the morning. So I think his name is, I forgot his name, but he always posts in the morning. Like he does like IG posts in the morning, and you know, he drives his car and he talks about the Knicks every single morning. So I enjoy listening to that. I think his name is John or Dan. Dan from New York or something like that. I don't know, but I gotta check it out. You know, he's another one. Knicks Film School and Jonathan Murphy. Really nice guy. I actually met him once at one of the Knicks parties a couple of years ago. So shout out to him. I think there is another person, I'm not so sure, but I think his name is Yaron, so similar name to mine. I don't know if he covers for the Knicks or if he just covers for the NBA, but I enjoy listening to him a little bit. There's just a lot of shows. Mad Good Knicks Show, that's also another one. You know? Yeah. But, you know, yeah. But so far, guys, I mean, this season we have been putting the nail in the coffin. I mean, you know, from the start, from like game one against the Celtics, oh my God. Those Celtics. Oh my God. That buzzer beater that we had, and then we went to overtime, and then, oh my God, bam, bam, boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. Oh my God. And today they're going up against Brooklyn, so, you know, yeah. But I'm not going to watch it because I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan. Once a Knick, always a Knick, dies a Knick, put it on my grave. That's who I am. Let's do this. But, yeah. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's so far we've had like a bumpy start to the season, and I'm kind of. Here's the thing, we had a bumpy season to the season. Well, no, that doesn't even make sense. We had a rough start to the season. That's it. Rough start to the season. But there has been moments where we've been like, okay, we won one game and then we're going to lose to the next one. That is one thing we have to fix. And here's the thing. It's also our defense. It's our offense and how we're passing the ball, because the other team can just steal. Let's use the Chicago Bulls game. We came out scorching hot. The first half, the second half. Third, we were eh. You know, I was like, oh God, now you've got to be kidding me. So, what do we do now? And it's like, okay, well, you know, I mean, it's, yeah, that game wasn't good. Because you had Zach LaVine just stealing the ball and just making like 360 dunks and all that shit. Which it's kind of sad, but it's like truthful. So, you know. But, yeah, it is what it is. You know, so you can't fight over it. You can't be like, oh, we should have won that game. I think the season is over. No, it's just we're 10-8 now. But before, I think we were like, what? We were 8-7. So it kind of brought us to like a moment of like, okay, what are we gonna do now? You know, or I think it was 9-7. 9-8. I'm sorry, 9-8, something like that. I think it was 9-7. I don't know. I don't remember. But we did what we had to do. It was a very strong game, and I've got to say, we executed, and we played as we needed to play, and that's it. You know. Yeah. You know, but I think moving forward, we're gonna try to get ourselves together. Hopefully, what concerns me is that we go through the All-Star break. You know, with which team. You know, who's gonna keep it up a notch. So, you know, but I think we have plenty more time. If we come out in December scorching hot, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be on the safe side of the story, and I think that's it. I think everything else, it's easy peasy. You know. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I just have something to say that's off my chest. Kyrie Irving. And the reason why I don't really, you know, the reason why I don't really I don't want to say respect him, but it comes out of a context of like, yo, Kyrie, you're taking a vaccine and you're doing it for the game of basketball. Can you please do that? Can you please do that? Because there's no other chance that you're going to do that. So you come to Barclays. You go play. Zell. Isn't that hard? Isn't that easy? No. Like, if you didn't have, like, first of all, if I were to talk to Kyrie face to face, this is what I would tell him. If you weren't in the NBA, okay, fine, yalla, besado. But you're in the NBA, so take everything by accountability, and that's it. All Adam Silver is telling you is to take the vaccine. Meanwhile, you've got WWE being like, Barclays, home of the Brooklyn Nets. Also, we're gonna do this whole facade thing, the whole Survivor Series and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah. And what I do want to say to for those of you who think that the Brooklyn Nets are the ones who are capturing New York, let me be very, very frank. You don't run New York. We do. We came here first, 1946, against the Toronto Huskies, and we won. I believe we lost one. Doesn't really matter. I wasn't born at the time. But we run this city. Not Kyrie, not Kevin Durant, because they were horrible at their decision and they had no respect whatsoever. And thank God that the Milwaukee Bucks took them out. And that's it. They won the finals. They proven themselves. Good job, Giannis. Thank you. But I'm absolutely disgusted at Kyrie, who doesn't want to play 82 games, and say, you know what? Let me make a commitment to say, you know what? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play today against Toronto, New York, all of those teams. But no, Kyrie, Melech haolam, shochev al hamita, watches his own team on the bed. What are you doing at home, man? What are you doing? Like, I bet you got a lot of money. You're from New Jersey, born and raised. I get it. Much respect. But what goes through your mind when you're like, okay, I don't want to take the vaccine? You know? And it's not like, okay, I think I don't want to take the vaccine and all that shit. I'm just saying. I'm really just saying. Like, yo, you're like my... I don't know. Just... Vote. Why are you always bullying the Knicks? Oh yeah, New York runs the city. You know, but whatever. We're not in the news, so why am I even complaining and bothering and all that stuff? I've got some noodles here. Let me eat my noodles and socialize about the Knicks. Oh, you're on live. Oh man. Oh. Well, I'm on live, not you, but but really, guys. Yeah. Well. That's what I think about Kyrie. Yeah. So, that's what I think. Comment down below if you want me to take you on that journey of that place that I told you way before, Friendship Circle. But just be aware, I'm going to have to be rated PG. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to be heading out in a couple of minutes because I did this live stream so much and I'm really, really exhausted. You know, so in a couple of minutes I'll be out. Well, what could I tell you? Guys, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. You know, a happy Hanukkah, even though it's so early. I'm not really used to Hanukkah being so early. It's just like, oh my God, this is weird. you know? But it is what it is. So, happy Thanksgiving. Carve out that turkey. Slice it out. Yeah. You know, tag me on your turkey photo, you know, with a Knicks hat, you know, being with the family at the Your Own Show. And, yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching. Fingers crossed about this season. Fingers crossed. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this my third take of doing the Your Own Show live stream. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. I'm exhausted of doing 3 takes. 3 takes. I'm not gonna put the theme song and all that stuff, but I just want you to do a couple of things that I'll say over and over again. Like, subscribe, comment, ring that notification bell if you have a chance. Also, make sure to check me out on Spotify, Spreaker.com, you name it. Share it. I forgot to mention, share it with your mom. Share it with your dad. Share it with your uncle who's a diehard Knicks fan ever since day one. Share it with your brother, your sister, your grandma, your uncle, your uncle's uncle, your sister, your cousins, your nephews, your whoever. Whoever you are. Cat, dog. I don't really give a shit. Just share it. And have an awesome Thanksgiving. Really. Be thankful what you got. And, you know, I'm thankful for you guys. Knicks Nation. Everyone that, you know, I'm thankful for. What can I say? I love my life. Except for the parts when I have to do all of this. So, you know, kind of like setting up and all that. So, yeah. But really, guys, have a happy Thanksgiving. Have that carved out turkey and some nice pumpkin pie, apple pie. That's it. Well, what can I tell you? Anyways, guys, peace.